Mazda CX-3 is a very, very small crossover wagon, as you can see. It sips fuel like a lightweight, it darts through traffic. It's priced at around $23,500 to start, but you can spend a lot more. But don't think you can carry a big IKEA load with this little rig. Question is, should you buy it? Let's be absolutely clear here. This is a pint-sized rig, but it doesn't have a small price. In fact, the most basic model is just a strictly front-wheel drive little wagon with a 6-speed manual gearbox. No one's going to buy that. If you want all-wheel drive, you have to jump all the way up to $28,000 to start. The CX-3 range topper, the GT model, which I'm testing today, wow, all in $33,000 plus. That's not to say the CX-3 is an outlier. I mean, the rival Honda HR-V starts at $29,500. On the other hand, if you're just looking for basic city transportation, you can buy a Hyundai Elantra for around $18,000, and it'll do almost everything that this car will do. All right, I'll get out of the pricing weeds. I just want you to remember this. If you want a teeny weeny tiny crossover wagon like the CX-3, budget for $30,000. Now in the CX-3, you are getting an extraordinarily nimble little rig, one that's ideally suited for the city. At 148 horsepower, the little engine here has enough juice to jump from a stoplight and make brave passes in and around traffic. The small size and lots of creative engineering make this little wagon ideal for fitting into small city spaces, and fuel economy is pretty good too, even though there is no electrified version of the CX-3. Well, not yet at least. Speaking of tight, that's the cabin described in a single word. You can shoehorn 4 adults in here, but none should be on the hefty side, and those in back need to have short, thin little legs. And the cargo area, well, if you're shuttling to the golf course, you're going to have to drop at least one of the seat backs to get your clubs in the back. Right here you can see how the cargo area is a Lilliputian delight. Not much there. That said, I do love the look of the CX-3. It's a little too small to actually flow. I think you need some substance there, but the sheet metal has lovely unadorned shapes and curves, strong proportions. It's not like this origami thing that is available as a rival model from Toyota. Okay, let's get back to the cabin. It's really tight in here. I mean, so tight that the infotainment touchscreen is a measly 7 inches. 7 inches! I mean, it's a good thing the CX-3 is aimed at a younger buyer, a younger audience, because that little touchscreen for older buyers, they're going to be squinting just to see the readouts. The infotainment system does do all the things you want it to do, from easy syncing of your smartphone to wireless Apple CarPlay Android Auto. Everything is best managed through this little controller, down here on the bridge console between these little front buckets. The seats themselves are okay, but not overly well padded. The cabin is so tight, well, the Bose sound system, which sounds great, but it only has 7 speakers. That in a world of new models where 20 speakers is not unusual at all. On the subject of electronics, well, small as the CX-3 is, it's loaded with gizmos and high-tech stuff. I mean, everything from radar cruise control, to you name it, all the safety nanny features. On top of that, well, when it comes to crashworthiness, small as it is, the CX-3 is a star. Mazda's quality is first-rate too. So, should you buy the CX-3? Only if you can fit your very large life into this very small package. Personally, I suggest you move up to something slightly larger, a compact size, maybe even something like the CX-5, because it's not a huge price jump and you get so much more space for a little bit of money.